Have you ever wondered what goes into creating an episode of UH? Be a fly on the wall as Jay and Beck brainstorm, banter, and offer a glimpse into their madness. It may be crazy, personal, or messy, but hey, it's how they get shit done. So kick off your shoes, pour yourself a drink of the day, grab that comfy throw blanket, and attempt to relax as you enter into the minds of the Maniacs. Welcome to the writing sessions.
Hey, trying to do a good thing,
I was looking for
You want
lines.
to party? Yeah, I got some beers if you want to go and party.
All right, let's go with Season 3, Episode 7, Ashtar's Revenge.
The Wrath of Khan.
So you're sitting handwrite this?
Yeah, I have to. Because you got to move around on the page, You got to have room to move around. Bad. Choose your own adventure game. What kind of theme do you want?
Sometimes called interactive fiction, Choose Your Own Adventure set themselves apart from regular books by giving you an active role in determining the outcome of the narrative.
When these came out, dude, it was like having a video game in class. I would sit in the back behind the tallest motherfucker and lean down a little bit, and then I'd be playing Choose Your Own Adventure or some of the books you needed to roll dice and keep a little sheet. Then the teacher would come by, and I would just plop my book on top of that, and they would never know.
Did you flunk those classes?
I flunked a couple, yeah, for sure.
Detention for you.
If you stay out of school a day, you have to get a signature by your parent, or they assume that you skipped. And I had skipped, and I couldn't get a signature. And they gave me in-school suspension. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, you're going to be in this room all day. And, you can leave at the end.
And
I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, I was in a cubicle. It was a giant room. I can see the dude way at the far end reading his paper and drinking his coffee and shit. He came around like twice the whole time. In this giant cubicle, sectioned off little seats and things. I had a whole fucking system board game thing going.
Oh, that's awesome.
With fucking all sorts of dice and rolling everything.
Choose Your Own Adventure Club instead of a breakfast club?
Yeah, I sat there the whole day playing the fucking game. Fantastic. He had no idea, but I smartened up, though.
What if we do like a combination like Escape from Ice Planet?
Okay.
I don't know why I just thought of Ice Planet. Probably because
Escape from Ice Planet.
Okay. Escape from Ice Planet.
All right, let me write that down.
All right.
From 1979 to 1998, Choose Your Own Adventure produced nearly 200 books and sold over 250 million copies.
Disaster. We're moving.
You sure you want to keep these books?
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm keeping my fucking. I got all almost the first 100 Choose Your Own Adventure, and then these ones called Fighting Fantasy Game Books, where you had strength, life, and luck. You would find things, and you had a little bag. You'd write down what you have.
Right.
You come to the door. Did you get the gold key? If you do, go here. If you didn't, go to this one. And you'd have to roll for luck. Sometimes you'd hit a trap. They're priceless. I'm not going to get rid of them.
Just pick one or the other and hope for the best.
How do we start this bitch?
There's this game called Out of This World, which is fantastic. Should be a movie. If I was a director, I'd be making this into a movie.
Okay.
The scientist is firing up some machine, and he disappears with a flash, and now he's on this planet.
Ooh. And
there's no talking or anything, and it's a really awesome game. It's so cool. I love the beginning because they have this little cinema. He pulls up in his car, he goes in, he's drinking a Coke, he fires up the machine, and then lightning happens, and there's a circle, and he's gone, little smoke. And then he appears underwater, and he comes up out of water, and he's in a new land.
Okay.
So it could be like they're scientists, and something happened, and they got zapped there. But I don't know how we would zap them out. What if they were trying to fix an arcade machine or something?
What if, I don't know, not the console, what do they call the big cabinet?
Cabinet, yeah.
The cabinet that needs repairs, Ice Planet.
It's a rare game. It's one of its kind.
Yeah.
Like The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
They cut the wrong wire accidentally and they get zapped into the machine or something.
Yeah, they get zapped into Ice Planet. Escape from Ice Planet.
You cut the wrong wire.
You cut the wrong wire.
Crépave.
Avad Klingon hul lachwich vedupdachvish.
What would you do if I had a chick, like let's say in an alternate universe, I had a different girl, and we went around dressed in Star Trek shit, and we spoke Klingon to each other, because there was a book, and you could learn to speak Klingon. People walk around and speak Klingon.
I don't think I can hang with you. I couldn't be able
Really?
to. I don't know, man. What about you? What if I was like that? And I just was like, yeah, exo.
No, I can't handle if you're fucking doing it, if you're that into a fucking, a fictional thing.
Right.
Where you're learning the language. It's too much.
Right.
Yeah. What do you want at McDonald's?
Oh my God.
Can you fucking just tell me in fucking English, please?
No, man, nope. Or what if you were making sweet love to them and they were doing that shit?
Talking Klingon. But what's something I can describe that they're doing? Okay, in front of an Amsterdam whorehouse.
You can't say twerking?
Well, no, we can do twerking. They're twerking. They're daggering each other.
What the hell is that?
You don't know what daggering is?
No.
Oh, my God. You're about to discover something hilarious.
Oh, my God. Don't freak me out. What is it?
When I used to hang out with, and we'd watch rap videos and shit like that, did we go somewhere or find it somewhere? Oh, this guy, Major Lazer. You know Major Lazer, right?
No.
Maybe not. Okay. Major Lazer, he had this famous song, and the video is people daggering in an underground kind of Caribbean little underground nightlife group. Daggering is basically the chick will lay on the table with her legs spread, and the dude will jump from a fucking ladder and land on her and break the table.
Oh my God, this is original.
They do it in trees, and they fall off out of trees. It's all about the guy he's humping the girl so hard that the table breaks, the chair breaks, shit breaks. They jump from crazy heights and land on the chick.
That sounds way insane.
It's fucking crazy,
Let's do
dude.
Twerking.
Okay.
I just looked it up while you were saying it, and I'm like, what the fuck? It originated from Jamaica. And exactly what you said. And it also says some call it dry sex.
This isn't sex, dude. This is like WrestleMania, It's like fucking getting up on top of the fence, dude, and the chick's on a fucking table. It's just crazy.
Oh my!
I gotta go back and watch some of this because it's fucking hysterical.
Definitely.
It's like Animal House. I don't even know.
2012. Daggering is dirty, but it's what kids do.
Yeah. I discovered it when we first got our cats, and I made them a house out of boxes, and I wrote "no daggering," and I put graffiti and shit on it.
I would have never ever even heard or known of this.
I want to see this shit live.
Everybody
I
out there,
want to get kind of drunk.
All our listeners need to Google daggering. Just
daggering.
Yeah, Google it.
Look up the Major Lazer. Just type up Major Lazer's hit, and you'll see the video. And it's a well-produced picture of daggering. It's like great lighting and sets, and they're jumping from ladders and shit.
Beautiful.
Yeah, daggering. Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah, you do.
I'm giving these fools their treat. Come here. All right, you can move out of the fridge, please. Thank you. Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you. Once the fridge opens, he jumps right in it. It's like, what the fuck? I'm not going to feed you 8 times a day. You're already fucking fat enough.
Oh, man. They're like goldfish. They'll eat till they die.
He's super needy, too. I don't know if you realize this. I didn't realize it either at the end of the episode we just recorded. When we were shooting the shit with Flamin' Monkey, I kept hearing these sort of squeaking in the background. I'm like, it's probably the fan or something, whatever. Really low. I take one cuff off the ear. He's been outside the door yowling because she wasn't here.
Right, and
I disappeared.
Yep, separation
he was
anxiety to the max.
Fucking A, leave me alone.
Did you say everlasting gobstoppers?
That's right, for children with very little pocket money.
Maybe we can put like a little gobstopper at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
That little rock candy thing. It looks like a little rock planet or something. Yeah, 5,000 kids choke on those a year. Apparently, to my dad. 5,732.
On the gobstoppers?
I'd go to the store. My grandma would give me change for going to the meat market, getting the bread and getting shit at the store. And then I'd take that $1.20 or whatever the fuck and go get a ton of shit. And like whenever I'd eat something, especially the gobstoppers, but I almost choked on one of those once. And then I said, fuck this shit, dude. I was running with it in my mouth and it fucking went back. And then I stopped and went, and it fucking like shot out. I was going to be 5,733 apparently.
Do you find it weird that your dad, like, he must have had a great fear of you guys choking on shit between lollipop sticks or whatever, and
yeah. And then I stopped at the gobstoppers, man. They were cheap. They lasted all fucking day.
Yeah, I liked the fireballs, the cinnamon fireballs.
Oh, those were great too.
Those were my jam. I'd get a because those were cheap.
Were great.
Weren't they like a couple cents each? I remember like a big container. You could open the big plastic thing and just grab a handful of those things, and it cost like 10 cents.
Yeah. That's what it was. That's why it was beautiful. Rudy's Market. The fucking Boston baked beans, lemon heads, Mr. Melons, and then they had taffy shit. They had the fucking cow tails, and then chips for $0.25.
We had Tanzellas.
Terrells.
Oh, the Terrells.
Where's Tanzella's?
Tanzella's was in Solvay on 2nd Street, and it was the joint to go to when you were in high school and middle school, like at lunch. He had a penny candy section where it was like a whole case, and he'd come up and go, "What do you want, kid?" And you'd go,
"Take a handful of the Swedish fish."
And he'd fill it in a little lunch bag. So you'd have a lunch bag full of candy that was all penny candy, and you could hand it out at class and shit. Be like,
"You want a piece of gum? You want a gobstopper? You want a fireball? You want some Swedish fish? What do you want?"
You go into with $2, you could fill that bag. It was crazy. Gum $6 a pack now.
We get our sub and shit. We're full, and you have to cross a football field and go up a hill. And then a street or two away is that mart. So you got to go that way back. Usually they don't stop you. You can just walk right into school. So I had a pineapple, the 1/4 stick of dynamite, had it smoking a cigarette. I put the wick in the cigarette, set it down about in the middle of the field. We fucking go back into the doors, and there's like an administrator there. And she's like,
"You can't go back in."
Uh-oh.
We're like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, just..."
"We gotta wait here for the bell."
And then we're like, okay. So she's kind of looking out. Like it's like a little area. She's looking out the front doors, and I are against the back doors. And we're looking at each other like, holy fuck, dude. Yeah. And then we see the smoke going. When the fucking wick goes off, the smoke starts going. And then the fucking lady ran out. People were running out and shit. And we fucking ran in. We ran in the doors when people were running out, like the security and things like that. They all ran out our doors that we had to move out of the way. Whoa! And the security guards were running out. The administrators running out. I see shit happening.
Did they call the police?
Oh my God. They had their own fucking cops there.
Oh.
Their own security cop dudes like around. That like one would drive around and bust people leaving, and then a couple others would make sure you don't leave, shit like that.
Oh, I would have been screwed, man, because I used to just sneak right out and just leave. They didn't have them at our school, like guarding.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You were lucky.
We'd go out the gym class, the locker room door.
Thanks for the blood.
Everybody was giving blood, and I didn't want to do it. I was kind of outside having a cigarette, and I'm looking, just looking for or something. And then I hear, and I go in and look down the hall, and this chick, she's laying on the ground halfway into the hall with a cigarette in her hand, completely out of the girls' bathroom. She must have given blood and went and had a cigarette.
What the fuck?
Passed out. I started laughing, dude, because her hand was perfectly up and her two fingers were holding the cigarette straight up. It's like she preserved the cigarette.
She was doing her duty. At least she was giving blood.
It was frightening sounding, though, man.
Let's talk about hangovers.
Drink of the day, Star Destroyer. Now, you came up with Star Destroyer. I'm imagining a star exploding.
Okay. What about like before you lift off, you'll lift off?
As the planets fade, add 1 part celestial
That doesn't
lemonade.
really make sense, but I like it.
Okay, hold on. Let me read
It's almost
it.
like the desert rains that never come. Whatever the fuck that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mission Control to Star Commander. Great job lowering atmosphere. If you could change your trajectory to 5-9er, we can cheers for a job well done with an impressive Star Destroyer. Affirmative or...
Yep, affirmative. That was what I was thinking. Affirmative. Controls are stable.
Stable. Affirmative. Mission Control trajectory is stable, and I, too, will be flight testing a Star Destroyer. Over. Holy shit, what are you doing, dishes?
Oh, no, I was filling my thing. my chair's squeaky. It's getting old, man.
Did you even hear anything I was saying?
You mean like, I am the
Secret, I've got a secret.
Gilroy. It was so weird, that.
That was, like, what were they on? What was going on for that?
It has a darkness to it. I should love that.
Yeah.
Because I used to love Styx weirdly when I was a kid. They used to just bring me albums and I would listen to them.
Right.
And I remember being like, even back then, like, what the fuck is this, dude? You kind of missed what it's kind of cool, but it's not.
Yeah.
I don't even know. It's a terrible song, though.
Even
though it's fucking catchy.
Yeah, it is.
You know, it is catchy.
But you learn Japanese from it. I learned Domo.
And they're walking with their arms out and trying to walk like a robot. The band and shit when they're on stage. The 80s were
cheesy,
fucking fantastic.
But I hated Jefferson Starship.
Disaster loves them.
No.
Yep.
We did not build the city on rock and roll. Oh.
Yeah, did they do the one from Mannequin too?
Yeah, I think they did. Stand forever. Oh, that is so bad. So Jefferson Airplane turned into Jefferson Starship?
I think they were Jefferson Starship, and then Grace Slick came on.
No, I think it's reversed.
Is it reversed? But it did change, though. Am I right?
Yeah, it changed.
When she came on, they changed it.
They were Jefferson Airplane.
They were.
Then it spun out in the 80s to Starship. And
she hates that. Grace Slick hates that shit. They must have made money, dude, with those couple of hits.
Oh, I'm sure.
You don't think so?
Oh, for sure. It was cheesy. It was like Heart in
cheesy
the 80s.
And stupid.
Like Heart in the 70s was banging, like Magic Man and shit. And then you go into the 80s and it was like... No, and everybody loved that shit.
Yes. Fucking hard,
Barracuda. Dude. Oh, they were rocking it. High Times. They had some jams.
What a great voice on her, too, man.
She's one of my top. She's in there.
She's got to be one of the top rocker voices ever.
For sure.
Yeah, she can blow you away.
You can compare, like, I was listening to Joan Jett, and I'm like, she's fun, she's punk. She doesn't have a voice, though, like that. These girls, Lita Ford sucked for a rocker. Like, people loved her, but I wasn't a fan.
I wasn't a bit, no. She had Ain't No Big Thing, and then that Ozzy song, and that was it.
Yeah. The 80s was a weird time for rock.
It certainly was, man.
It was.
That's actually very true, man.
Yeah.
We were stuck between, the shit in the 80s, and then we had the hair bands that were just everywhere.
Right.
It got fucking weird.
But, hey, at least there was a lot of variety, unlike today.
A ton of variety. And then it's Human League dressed like Amadeus going, and then the conversation turned.
And then you switch it again, you got Holiday. Celebrate.
Yeah.
You switch it again, and you got the Beastie Boys.
Loaded, man. Then future sounding shit.
Yeah.
Like Information Society, which I loved. I mean, shit, we had Sade.
Yeah.
We had
Sade, man.
We had Sade, Depeche Mode, fucking crazy, man.
Sade,
man.
That's like Gorilla Tape.
Yeah, Gorilla Tape, man.
For that intergalactic treat, a taste that can't be beat.
It's the dry beer. It's the dry beer. Do you want to do it like that? This is going to be fucking fantastic. I can't fucking wait to put this shit together.
Why not? We might as well spice it up as we go along. It's fucking insane.
I got to give them a treat. You scratch at the door.
for that intergalactic treat. It's a dry beer. We have the dry beer. A taste that can't be beat. It's not sweet. It's a tasty treat. Won't you try extra dry? Rheingold. Rheingold.
That was a stroke of genius.
That was a stroke of
it all
genius.
clicked once you got the fucking. You want a little treat, you fatty? I'm just trying to switch brain because when we do these things that people don't know, is that you train your brain to go in this direction, and then you got to switch it completely to do this.
Maybe a commercial for a space gas station. Not a gas station, but, like a convenient mart type thing. When you stop off here and...
I like a space gas station.
A space gas station?
Yeah.
So there's like 7-Eleven, Lawson's, Wawa, yep. Nice and Easy's. Who comes up with gas station names, for real?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
The one near my house was the most normal name. With that first Liverpool house, Red Apple. Remember Red Apple? We'd get slushies there.
Oh, yeah.
And the liquor store was right near. It was right around the corner.
Yep, there were Red Apples all over. Actually, there might even still be a few.
Do you know, it was the same dude, because we would go in there around the same time at night. We would all convene and go and get ready to play cards, and we would all go there and get slushies probably twice in a night.
Yeah.
And it was the same dude working at night who reminded me of in a way, but he was even weirder than him, and he always gave us weird looks. He was a strange dude. And one time I had to pay for something, and I had all my money and coins and shit in my pocket, and grabbed it all, and I put it on the fucking counter, and my bag of weed was in there, and I went, oh shit, and I put it back, and he just was staring at me. Holy fuck, that dude was weird.
Sublunar Express. I'm just making shit up here.
I like Lunar Express, something Lunar Express.
Okay. Infinite Lunar Express, Plasma Lunar Express.
Something that's not spacey. Lunar Express is great, and then something like, how it's like Red Apple.
Right. Lunar Express Exchange.
Gas and something.
Gas Emporium. At the Lunar Express Gas Emporium.
Okay, Emporium it is.
Lunar Express Gas Emporium commercial. We have travel items such as travel toothbrushes and travel soaps and beer, cigarettes.
What are some of the crazy things? Yeah, beer, smokes.
Yeah, cigarettes, because no one's smoking in space. They'd explode.
Yeah. If a spark hit a fucking panel or something. Or you go to Ashtar cigarette and it fucking...
Right.
You have the fan on.
Who the fuck is smoking in space? You ain't making it if you do that. They say the scariest thing on a ship in the ocean is a fire. Imagine the scariest thing in outer space would be a fire.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you'd have to...
I think we'd have to find some way to smoke,
Oh, you'd be
man.
e-liquiding that shit. Ever find yourself mid-hyperspace and realize you forgot to stock up on supplies? What about being dangerously low on liquid hydrogen, liquid oxygen, nitrous helium, or even beer? Come and dock at UH Lunar Express Gas Emporium for all your travel needs. We have... There's headache medicine. Lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Headache medicine's good. Hot dog, something gross.
Chili dogs.
Okay.
Sunglasses, some of them. Why would you need sunglasses in space is beyond me. You want me to wear sunglasses?
Yeah. What about off-track betting?
Pain relievers, chili dogs, bumper stickers, sunglasses, cigarettes, off-track betting.
Fireworks.
Fireworks, okay. Some kind of space coffee.
Some kind of space coffee.
Yeah, we need a cool name
that they all need.
Yeah.
Like if you're traveling in space, like the truckers.
Yeah.
You're not drinking fucking breakfast blend.
No.
You need like something serious.
Dark matter coffee.
Comet tail coffee. Oh, dark matter coffee. That's great.
Attention parents, please do not leave your child unattended while riding the ride. Enjoy the ride, kids.
What are those things that you put a quarter in and ride around in?
The little horse. They have the horse. And we even have.
I remember we almost broke one, dude.
I know. Those things were always broken when you wanted to ride them.
Well, do you remember the circle, right? It was up against the wall. It was a circle.
Yeah, that would go around in circles.
And there was a chair.
Yep.
And it would just spin. We tried that, and it was going, and it fucking like clicking and clanking. We didn't care. It was fun. It was dangerous. It was great.
Big Mama's pickled sausage. 1,440 milligrams of sodium. I'll raise your blood pressure up a bit.
My friend, her dad had all the pickles and all that stuff. And they had a fridge for specific types of items. And she would say,
have you ever had pickled pig's feet?
And I'm like,
no. Well, have you ever had a pickled egg?
And I go,
no.
And I was freaked out, but I ate one, and I became addicted after that.
Pickled eggs?
Yes. I didn't think I would like it until I had it. It's got the infusion in it, so it's got the salts and everything in it.
I've seen those at 7-Eleven, but I just never really...
I don't know about them in a singular. I've never had them like in a singular pack. They used to sell these at bars. People would go into bars.
People go to BOA to eat gourmet meals, and you and I are dreaming about Bahama Mamas and pickled eggs. It's fantastic.
What's wrong with us?
If somebody said, hey, do you want to go to Nobu tonight, or do you want to go to the Mart and they have pickled eggs and Bahama Mamas?
Pickled eggs
what
and
do you
Bahama
fucking
Mamas,
think?
and I'm going to get something sweet for dessert. What about you?
That's fucking, yeah.
Could go for like a
we
cheese
can afford
Danish
BOA,
or something.
I want the whole jar, dude. I'm putting it in my house. If we ever question if we're going to live a long life,
no.
Thinking what we just talked
We're
about.
We're pickled. We're for sure pickled. You know, have a salty good treat. Protein, vinegary, salty, a little snack.
Oh my God, I fucking think they poisoned me, man. I went to the bathroom 2 other times after getting off the phone with you two.
What did you eat? What Thai food did you eat?
The one with the peppers and onions and chicken and the broth. You put the rice in, the basil shit. Oh my fucking God, dude. I went to the bathroom just trying to do stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta go back in.
Does Ashtar going through this?
No.
What, did she have something different?
Same exact thing. I don't know. But, you never know. There could have been on the verge of being bad piece of chicken or...
That's true. You never know. That's the problem. You can't see him preparing that shit. You don't know what's going on.
No, 4 times since 5 o'clock.
That's a lot.
I know it's a lot. There's no, my fucking asshole came out. I need a new asshole.
You need you need to drink some Gatorade right now. You drinking Gatorade?
I'm fucking drinking waters and shit like crazy. My intestines are just aching. Now I can't even fucking eat Thai now.
There's nothing you can do either because it's got to run its course. So you got to wait till it all empties.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to eat? I can't eat. I don't even know. I can't even eat the good pizza because it's too salty. I can't eat this shit. Tim Capello came on when I was running around today.
Really?
Like it gets gravelly. I'm like, look at this fucking dude. What is this song even about? I believe. I don't even know. Through the clouds, through the fields. What are you talking about, Tim? I'm sorry, Tim.
No.
I was just, I like the song. I love it, actually. Yeah, sorry.
You love Tim Capello. Come on, man. We've had about 50,000 references through the podcast.
But he'll fucking kill me if I say anything bad about the song.
It's true. He would squash you like a bug.
No fucking chance.
Even at his age, he's still big, dude.
Yeah.
I saw YouTube.
And I've gotten worse. He'll kill me.
Yeah. I never even analyzed the lyrics of that. That's hilarious.
He's just rattling off shit, and then he just rhymes everything.
Right.
Through the rain, through the pain.
Does he even have any other songs, really?
I don't even fucking know, man.
I don't think so.
I never heard anything after that.
If you type in Tim Capello on YouTube, that one comes up even with him being like his age now. He's up on stage trying to woo the ladies.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
You'll see him in a bar with his ponytail and his old ass up there, and he's still big, but he's not like ripped, but he's still bigger.
This one's for the ladies.
And they're all like old bar chicks, like...
11 months ago in Manchester.
Yeah, see if that's the one where he's up on the bar stage.
He's doing the fucking...
I believe.
Same shit. He's doing the hip shake.
Yep.
Holding the fucking thing out. What, do you go to the Tim Capello concert and he plays that song 10 times in a row?
It must be. His
He's got chains around his neck and shit.
He probably has like 15 different variations of that song.
I'm sure he does. I wonder how many hits that has on YouTube. Gotta be a few million. It's 7.2. Nothing has changed.
I'm telling you.
He's just gotten older. That's it. He forgot the fucking baby oil, though, to put on him, but...
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, man. I had to look.
All right.
There was some weird... It was like, I opened up the back door, and I let him out, and I didn't have the flashlight, but I have to replace a bulb.
Yeah.
And I let him out, and then I thought I heard something hiss under my foot, like under the deck thing. And I'm like, what the fuck was that? I was like that.
Yeah.
And I kind of freaked out, so I closed the door. And then I turned around and grabbed a flashlight, and then I opened the door and I started scanning. Blue was peeing. All of a sudden, I start hearing this, like...
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was a very sci-fi sounding, just like a net cast over the area. Doing that.
Well, they are going to steal people in areas like yours.
Blue is like staring at the side, and I'm freaking out now because I'm like hearing this noise. I'm like, what is that? It's not a motorcycle. Remember earlier when me and were hearing weird sounds?
Yeah.
And then we were both describing it exactly the same way.
Uh-huh.
Really weird. And we couldn't describe it exactly. I kept telling you it sounded alien in nature.
Uh-huh.
What if there's something fucking here? And I'm being dead 100% with you right now. No fucking
You mean
around.
at your joint?
Yes, at my joint. Because what the fuck was that?
Well, if you get abducted, I'll know.
How? How will you know?
Because you'll drop off. You'll just suddenly you're not there. Well,
how much time was I when I did the dog?
Probably 2 minutes.
Okay.
Maybe 3 minutes.
Okay, good.
Or the aliens are up there going, can she get off the fucking phone, please, so we can bring her up here? Yeah, they're waiting.
I am a little paranoid tonight. There's been weird things.
And my thing is, there were times where I was scared at night because I'm thinking, the aliens are going to come and take me. Because our old apartment, I could look out the front window and look up and down the street, and all the windows would be dark because everybody was sleeping.
Right.
But mine is on. Sometimes I would get scared, like, they're going to abduct me because I'm awake. I'm moving around. I wasn't scared of robbers. I was scared of aliens, man. Communion, that fucking movie Communion, he lived in New York and they would abduct him and shit in the city.
Yeah.
It did happen when he went to like a cabin and stuff. And then when he would come back to New York City, his apartment, he would get abducted there too. And then started remembering that they've been taking him a lot when he went under hypnosis. So they do abduct in fucking cities. But mainly in areas like yours.
Right.
Where there's nobody around to say, hey, cops, there was a weird light. Weird sound.
Weird fucking sounds coming through my electronics.
Mm-hmm.
99-1084, please stand by. Yeah, okay, lady. Weren't you the one complaining about the light at the bar?
Yeah.
Why don't you go take care of the light at the bar first instead of aliens? Aliens. Did you hear that, Fred? And they hang up.
That's so sad. That's so scary.
3 days later, 3:28 a.m.
One of our porch lights off the back blew, and so we have only two back there, one on the corner of the house, one right near the door, and the one near the door blew. So I tend to kind of walk out there with a flashlight and scan around when my dogs go potty because there's predators. You know, there could be a fox, and I have little beagles. And they're old, so they can't even really fight if they wanted to because they have arthritis and stuff.
Don't we all?
Yeah. And there could be coyotes. There's coyotes around here. There's all sorts of predators. So I like to do a scan around the backwood line and stuff to make sure there's no predators. Well, I kind of did a glance around, didn't see anything, shut the door, and then kind of got preoccupied. Now, normally I would stand out there, but it was cold. And sometimes my dogs like to lollygag. They like to just walk around sniffing the ground. I kind of turn around and I don't know what I was getting into. I don't know if I was what I was doing, but I hear him barking, my dog. And the bark started changing to like a scared scream. So that freaked me out. So I grabbed the flashlight off the top of the fridge and I go back out and I start scanning, and I scan the right side of my lawn, and there's a swamp line way back. Like, I wouldn't even call it swamp, but it's a wet, marshy area that's got overgrown stuff. And
Sneaker like swamp.
Exactly. And as I scan the right side, I see these two glowing blue eyes that are reflecting off of the flashlight, but I cannot see a form, which is odd. And then I realized that even though I'm standing on the top of my porch, this thing is pretty tall, like 4 feet tall, like the height of a deer, I would say. These don't look like deer eyes because they're, deer, when they have eyes on each side of their head, kind of like a dog, right? Or like a fish.
Right.
Or it's not like straight on, but this was straight on staring, not blinking. It was like glowing blue eyes. And my dog was just frozen staring at it. And I was like, come on, buddy. And I start talking and I have the light on it, and the thing didn't run off. It just started gliding to the left, just gliding. So I couldn't see it behind my garage, and it didn't turn its head. That's what was weird. It just stayed staring at me and glided like a vampire or something, right? So, of course, my head's going, oh my God, supernatural stuff. Like, it's a werewolf, it's a skinwalker, it's an alien. And then I pan to the left side of the yard, and there's glowing red eyes under a birch tree. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And that just glides off. But I thought that one's probably a little animal, okay? Because it was like a reddish, orangish color. And it was shorter to the ground. It wasn't like... So I thought it could be a cat, it could be a fox, it could be something. But I got my dog in. It was scary. Either way, I got my dog in. Well, cut to this morning at 4. Kat let the dogs out to go potty, and she took the flashlight and she said, by the way, the other light on the house is out now. And I go, oh, how convenient is that? And these are those Chinese fluorescent lights that are curly and that are supposed to last for 25 years. Yeah, okay. So I'm like, great. Now there's absolutely just pitch blackness back there. So she takes the flashlight and she starts scanning, and she sees blue white eyes. They're like shining white and blue at her, and they're staring at her. And she said they just glided, couldn't see a body shape at all. And she said it had to have been black because she couldn't see any shape of any kind of animal, which is weird that we couldn't see shapes to these things. Like, there was only eyes. And it scared the ever-living shit out of her. So I started quizzing her, and I said, was it a fox? And she goes, no way, because she said if a fox was walking, it would have a bounce. This thing just glided straight across. Like, there was no walking movements. So I ruled out a skunk. I was like, well, can't be a skunk, because those things kind of bobble when they walk. And couldn't have been...
How tall from the ground were these eyes?
She said it was 2 feet for her from where she was looking, and it was on the other side of the yard now. So where I saw the blue eyes, she saw them on the opposite side of where I saw them.
Yeah.
And she said it just had this ominous, creepy presence to it. And then the fact that it glided and there was no bounce movement, she said it just glided. And that's what I told her. It glided left. It just almost like it was sidestep gliding when it was staring at me. It didn't even turn its head. And she saw the same thing with the same color eyes. Now she's like, I want a high-powered flashlight now. Like one of those ones that have a fan on it. I find it a little odd, Jay, that now the lights are both out back there. And we're having glowing eyes all of a sudden, staring at the dogs and staring at the house and staring at us. And they don't blink and they float. That's fucking weird. So I'm creeped out. Like, she's creeped out.
New York City, say what you want about it, could be dangerous, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But I'm always scared when I'm out in country area because you never know what's out there.
Well, you have serial killers in the city.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you have like gang violence and, knife violence is through the roof and it's up 300% and the harbor hat criminals are lurking around the corners.
Yes, they are.
But you have weird creatures out here in the country. You don't know what the hell you're seeing sometimes. You're like, what is that? It's like I swore I saw a werewolf back there one time. And people are like, oh, it was probably a coyote. I'm like, that was a big fucking coyote if that's what that was. And it had werewolf hair. and it was walking like a fucking bent over werewolf human hybrid, and it had gray. It was like straight out of the movies. I'm like, what is
like Michael Landon? My boyfriend's a werewolf, the Wolfman or whatever.
Yes, the Wolfman. So I've seen some shit. It's getting a little weird, Jay.
And now I kind of believe Uncle's brother.
What do you mean?
Even though he's fucking nuts. Because we would come home a little more often when we lived in Buffalo. So it was around that time. It was like 2000, whatever.
Okay.
We'd come, playing cards and shit. And Uncle tells me, my fucking brother said he saw something at, what's that reservation that we used to go to?
Clark
Reservation?
Yep.
He was hiking in Clark Reservation, and this thing just fucking jumped and landed in front of him. And he said it looked like the Mothman, like it was a weird creature. It was horrifying.
That's what Steph, when I showed her a picture of what it looked like, what I saw, she said, that looks like Mothman eyes. I don't know shit about Mothman. That's the one creature I think I saw that Richard Gere movie years ago, but I never really paid attention to it. It was like, oh, it's just a fake movie.
Oh, I've studied that. When he comes around, tragedy and like bad shit happens.
But it doesn't eat people or do anything, look at dogs like prey, does it? So this is something else. This is like hunting by dogs.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of it eating anything. It just kind of ominously hangs around areas that will, like, remember the bridge collapsing? It was people saw it on the bridge before it collapsed.
Okay.
Like, it's always around when something like that's going to happen.
But Clark's Reservation has a weird vibe to it, too.
It does have a weird vibe,
and it's got the bottomless lake. They've had people drown in there, and then they find their bodies over in Green Lakes because they say it's bottomless. It connects through tunnels to the other lakes, and it somehow has a system that sucks the bodies down through these caverns.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. They haven't found a bottom yet.
You know why that freaks me out?
Why?
That same dude, Uncle, you can rent the boat on Green Lakes and just go into the different areas on the water.
Yeah.
We went to like a little nook. And we took turns jumping in the water and going underneath the cliff part and like hung out there and then would come back up. And then whoever we told was freaking out and like, dude, you're lucky. You could have got swept under.
Green Lakes, they still haven't found a bottom of that either.
Yeah, but his brother said he saw something, man, and he hid in the bushes and watched it.
I believe it. You thought he was crazy?
Yeah. He is crazy. But now I know for sure he's crazy, but now that story, I don't necessarily discount it anymore.
I am fucking convinced there's weird creatures. There's things out there. There's things. And if you even watch any of those YouTube videos, a lot of them are fake, okay? Let's just say a lot of people are tying strings to shit and doing all sorts of bullshit trickery with their camera stuff.
CG and shit. Yeah.
But there are, once in a while, you're going to come across these videos that chill you to your soul. And you just know that is real because you feel it inside of you. Like, that was fucking scary. That is scary. And I had seen this dude went to his woodshed in another country because he was hearing this creature in there screaming.
And it was up on top and it like ducked down. Yeah.
I just feel like some farmer in bumfuck Russia or wherever it was, Budapest, wouldn't just be like making this up for the hell of it in the middle of the night to go out and show you a fake creature.
Yeah.
And he was ready to battle that thing. He was ready, like, get it the fuck out. So I don't know what that is out there. Like, you'll hear a deer walking. You'll hear things in the woods, like things cracking.
Yeah.
You don't hear anything. It's just like levitating, floating across, like it's just gliding. And the fact that it didn't get scared, that I shine the light right on its face. No face. Couldn't see anything but the eyes. If I was an animal and you shined a light on me, I would have been like, oh, I'm out.
I was looking up to see if Tim Capello had anything else going on besides that song.
Yeah.
He's no slouch. First of all, he toured with Peter Gabriel and is on his album Peter Gabriel 2.
Really?
And then he got into fucking heroin. And then he quit it cold turkey in 79 and then began bodybuilding. That's why he substituted one for the other. And then he was with Carly Simon.
Oh, no shit.
He was with Tina Turner for a long time.
No way. Like, as her dude?
Recording and touring for over several years.
Okay.
He's in the video and on the song of We Don't Need Another Hero and One of the Living from Mad Max. He plays sax on a Netflix variety show, The Break with Michelle Wolf, on a segment called Saxophone Apologies. Yeah, he collaborated like with the Stranger Things people.
Oh, so he's
and like
super active.
He's fucking active. He appeared in Miami Vice, The Equalizer, a movie with Bob Dylan, Gregory Hines. What the fuck, dude? I thought this dude just fucking and that video, that video where he's on stage, he's 65 there.
Yeah, I
65.
told you he's older. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fucking 48. You know what I mean?
Can't be thrusting like that. You throw your back out.
Yeah. Oh my God! You'd hear a bunch of knuckles cracking that I just punched over. Yeah, Jesus Christ, Tim Capello, man, still going strong at 67.
Are you gonna invite Tim Capello to our when we get famous? We have a big party.
You fucking know it, dude.
Yeah.
I want to hear it. We're gonna come out to our live show to him playing "I Still Believe."
Fuck yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're gonna hire him just for that song, and he can stay for drinks.
Yeah, he's a he plays everything, and he went to a prestigious school in music.
He's underrated. He's like an underdog. I would have never known.
I would have never known either. He fucking toured with Ringo.
Do you think he still had that long pony still going?
Oh, yeah. He would have gotten rid of it already, but he still has it.
He's not fucking around, man.
No.
He still believes.
So, yeah, dude, it's insane. I'm looking at all this shit going, holy fuck. You know, there are these people that you just don't realize that help to make the greats the greats.
Yeah. Oh, the people behind the scenes.
That's what you need. You need a good little group there, like Elvis in the end. He had all these top musicians playing every night.
Over-the-counter male enhancement pills. The FDA says they contain a hidden danger.
It's pretty much like playing Russian roulette.
Yet we found them for sale at convenience stores. How shocked are you that it would cause this kind of problems, according to the FDA?
Yeah, I'm shocked.
The irreversible damage they can cause, and what one man says happened to him.
I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy.
You know what I see a lot of in the fucking bodegas? And I always wonder, does anybody ever buy these? Like, would you risk it? And it's, you know, those fucking pills for like sexual performance. It'll be like
the blue pills, the blue chews.
They have them. Well, it'll be like in a package, and there's one or two of them in there, and they're always near the counter. And there's a ton of different kinds, like stallion. Some of them look like blue and yellow, like a bee, and I see them at every bodega. And I'm never going to take them. But does anybody ever buy those? Would you risk buying one of those?
Old dudes.
You know what I mean? But who knows what's in these fucking pills? I just feel like it would give you a super heart attack.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, the heart attacks are what worries me the most.
The heart attacks is what takes you down.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Do you think it should be fine if I connect to my Bluetooth now for your recording?
It sounds good. Here, let me check something here.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was some formality.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
I'm still in time. All right.
Yeah, I have a nice little drinky drink here. Let me get a little... Nostrovia to way past middle age. No, I'm kidding. We're not way past middle age.
No, we're good.
It's just a bit scary right now.
Just a little bit. My back was twinging a little, and I'm like, no, I got to stretch right now.
Oh, don't worry about it. My back, something happened to my back, too.
Okay, so we're both experiencing that. All right.
Let's compare curses.
Okay.
Your spider curse, how long has it been going on? And has it gotten worse? What's going on with the spider curse?
Okay. Spider curse has been going on since I was a kid. Caused me to sleepwalk, and it's been going on for years. And I think it has gotten worse with age. What about you?
It seems like it. I don't remember fucking playing Atari and a dangling spider came in front of my black and white color TV. Whatever the black and white color TV, exactly.
I think...
It seemed like color.
Jesus, we are getting old. I think maybe King Daddy Doc Spider put the final kibosh on me. After him, I faced off. I never faced off with a spider like that before, and he came at me, and he wasn't afraid. And like I've had little jumpers and stuff, but nothing like this thing was like honed in. Like I'm gonna get you. And ever since then, it's gotten worse, and I have bites all over my body. I showed Disaster when we went away. I said, "Look at this." Look at this
Wait,
one.
you had bites to show Disaster when you went away a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I showed her one on my breast and then one on my side, and she said,
That could be a pimple on your side.
I said, do you see white shit coming out of that? And she's like,
no.
And I go, exactly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Have you seen any spiders recently?
You know what? Now that you're mentioning it, I'm a little scared that I haven't.
Well, they're probably watching the baseball playoffs right now. It's football season, you know?
Oh, yeah. Although, didn't it get rain delayed or something?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it did.
Well, let's lead into your curse then. What's going on with you?
Well, today's my fucking stupid birthday, okay?
Happy birthday! Ay,
Ay, chin down. Like, I can't do that and not take a sip.
Right, here, let me take a sip with you.
I'll do a double sip. The precursor was Disaster and I got 2 scooters, and mine in the control panel, it sounds like a lone Tic Tac in a box shaking around when you're riding. So that's starting it off.
Right.
Then I ordered a really cool helmet. It looks like those alien helmets that they have now that have vents, and they look all aerodynamic.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's black with green splashes, and it was supposed to come with a fucking magnetic, like sunglass little tinted thing you can slap on there. And when I fucking saw that helmet, all I really thought was... and I wanted to be like Tom Cruise near an aircraft carrier on my fucking scooter. And then I opened the box and I was like, yeah, you fucking believe me? I'm like Tom Cruise. Oh shit. There's no sunglasses on it.
No.
I'm used to this type of shit. Then Disaster's stomach is bothering her. Tomorrow we're going to have pizza. Real celebration. But today we're get a little breakfast, the scrambled eggs and the mashed potato or home fries and whatever. I get sausage patties and $4 extra. You're supposed to get 2. There was one in there.
$2 a piece, and they gypped you?
$2 a piece, yeah.
On your birthday?
Yeah. And I just sat back and looked at it and I went, okay, you can stop now. And then
is there more?
There's like fucking 8 more. Then I have a folded bike and I sold it to this dude today, and it's pouring rain out. I fold it up, I put it in his Uber trunk, and he drives away. And then I turn around and Disaster's standing there with the fender, because the fender he's got to, fucking screw on. But first of all, Disaster is amazing. I love her. She gave me a great birthday, chocolate covered cannolis, all sorts of shit tonight. Fucking fantastic.
Wonderful.
I bring the bike out, put it on the kickstand, set it down. I go to shut the door, and when I turn around and look, the bike is slowly tipping, and Disaster's under the umbrella looking at it. And the bike falls over. And the dude was like, don't worry about it. Drives away. I got to fucking text him, wait 10 minutes in the rain with the one umbrella, getting our leg wet and everything. Give him the fucking fender. And now I need my new fucking De Niro glasses because I can't even read what I wrote. It's like... This is like fucking Star Trek 2, and they give Kirk reading glasses for his birthday because he's fucking getting old. So we get back upstairs. We give our little cat who has asthma his little breather. Then we see lights in the room. I look out the window. Directly across the street are hordes of firemen running into the building across the street, and there's a line of fire trucks. Like, we were there 1 minute ago.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Was something ablaze, or did someone die, or do you know?
I couldn't tell because out the fucking window are like leaves and shit and branches, and none of them are dying yet for some weird reason because of the fucking weird climate. So I can't see. So yeah, so that was going on. Then, I'm making calls to my mom, people back home. Disaster comes flying in the room, like completely disgusted.
Go look at the water. Yeah, I just hopped out of the shower. Go look at the water.
I look at the tub, and it looks like as if you were covered in mud, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator.
Okay.
And you just quickly rinsed and then stepped out and left all the shit in the bottom. So our water turned brown for the last few hours.
Did
and
it
I'm
change
scared
back?
to drink it. We had to run the fucking faucets and everything for like a half an hour, but we kept testing it and
I'd be
to
scared
see
to
if
drink that. I'd be boiling it.
But I just got a new Brita. Do you think a brand new Brita? Do you think it'll take care of that? Or
yeah. Oh, probably. It's probably sediment and rust.
Bigger particles, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think it's like pond scum or anything you have to worry about.
Okay. Pond scum sounds very scary. Yeah. So then it's raining like crazy here. So I can't use my birthday magic to get the Yankees to get a win on our series right now. So, but I'm kind of glad because the way today's going, somebody would have broke a fucking leg.
Yeah. Like
or something.
There
so,
would have been a curse for sure.
Yeah. And then I don't know how this happened, but the right side back rib cage, I pulled it. I was editing or something, and then I'm like, what's this weird dull ache? Then it just kept getting crazier and crazier, and then it started Charlie horsing.
Did you reach for a pen or cough too hard or something?
I thought of that. Did I reach for anything? No, that didn't happen. Reaching for anything did not happen, and it still kind of fucking feels weird. Then I clean out my bowl. I'm like, let's pack a fresh birthday bowl.
Yeah.
And I'm grinding the shit up on my desk. I take a sip of my fucking drink, and it went down the wrong pipe, and I coughed, and all the fucking weed went flying everywhere. It's like in baseball when a ball's coming at you, you're the shortstop, and they're thinking of throwing it before it hits the glove, and they fumble it. I felt like I was thinking of the weed when I was about to swallow and just didn't register it, and it fucked my pipes up. And that was that. And then this is the fucking freakiest of all. And this happened about 5 minutes before you called me. I fucking shit you not. I swear on my dad's grave, everybody, man. I fucking go pee because I'm having drinks and water. I want to be peeing every 10 minutes. And I usually have Bob Ross on for my cats to calm them down so they're not freaking out, running around and pestering me.
Yeah.
And sometimes after like 2 or 3 episodes, it goes to other painters, and they're not Bob Ross. They don't calm. So on the Fire Stick remote, I hit the button to talk, and I go, Bob Ross. And it goes, what does it usually say? Let's just say it's coming on YouTube, okay? I forget what it actually says. I've done this 1,000, 2,000 times, and it's been the same thing every time. Right. Coming on YouTube.
Okay.
This particular one, it went, coming on YouTube.
What? It whispered?
It whispered, and then I went, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe they changed it up so it's not so harsh. And then I clicked back and said, Bob Ross. And then it was like, coming on YouTube. And I went, Bob Ross. And it went, coming on YouTube.
Oh.
I fucking swear to you, Beck.
What?
I swear to you, this just happened.
The fuck is that?
I don't know. I've never, ever heard it do that.
That's definitely the cherry on top.
When it initially did it, I thought it was cool. And then when I hit it the second time and said that, and it said it normally, my mouth was open and I was staring at the TV. And then I did it again with my mouth open, and it kept repeating it normally.
So the first time, was it a girl whisper or? It
was the same voice as that. It's a girl that says, coming on YouTube. It was the same voice, but it was like if we were directing her for a tulip touch and said, whisper it, and she whispered it.
That is so scary.
It kind of freaked me out a little bit, man. I'm a little freaked out. I mean, some would say it's a glitch, but of all the shit I've named, and it's just at the end of this day, right? It's probably, it's 11:53. So it's at the end of the day. This happened like 15 minutes ago.
So do you think this is like a birthday curse?
I hope it's getting all this shit out, letting me suffer a little bit so that the rest of the year is beautiful.
Wouldn't that be great? If you could just do one day, even though it sucks that it's on your birthday, and then get it all out and then have fantastic luck for the rest.
That's what I'm saying, man. But going back to that voice, the only other time I experienced something like that was I was sleeping at house when we were, 11 or 12, and we were playing Sega Genesis, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and we were playing games all fucking night. And I've played Moonwalker on Genesis so many times more, and again, it was completely consistent.
Right.
We were playing late at night. It was like 2:30 or 3, whatever. When you're Michael Jackson and you touch one of the kids, like you have to go around the board and grab the kid. This sounds so fucking crazy for a Michael Jackson
insane.
game.
Wait a minute, you have to grab and touch kids?
He doesn't reach out and grab them and pull them in. You just kind of like walk over them, and then they disappear, and it's like 1,000 points. And when you do that, yeah, when you do that and you walk over a kid, it goes, Michael, right? It'll be there's either a boy or a girl, and it'll be like, Michael, it was that late at night, and I don't know who was playing. Whoever's controlling it, Michael Jackson ran over a kid, and it went, Michael. I swear to God. And I talk about this shit all the time. Like, Michael.
And this is like pre-internet, so it's not like somebody...
I've been gaming forever. TurboGrafx, Nintendo, all these cartridge games, Sega Genesis, whatever, never had a sound glitch like that.
You reminded me of something that on your birthday today, I heard and I'm going to play it for you right now. And I find it fascinating.
Wait, you found something?
It ties into, it's not like something we got, but it ties into this whole thing. So listen to this.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
As the UK and the rest of the world mourned the death of Queen Elizabeth, her funeral was broadcast to millions of viewers. However, during ITV News' rolling live coverage of the event, something rather eerie was heard during the broadcast. Take a listen.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see.
Okay, so it's going to play it again, but there's a woman that says, the death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
Wait, what was it? The death is irreversible?
Yep, the death is irreversible in the fact that she's trapped. And this newscaster, nobody hears this, but it goes out broadcast to millions of people, and they can't figure it out. So I'm going to play it again.
Listening to that again, it sounds like someone says the death is irreversible and the fact that she's trapped.
The death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see.
Is it in an English accent?
Yes, and it's a voice that came on the newscast. Now, first of all, if that was a newscaster, why would they say the death is irreversible and the fact that she's trapped? That is a weird thing to say as a newscaster. And it's a man that comes in, he doesn't even hear it, and he starts narrating right after. So you hear, here it is.
There's an awkward pause before one of the anchors tries to maintain composure and comment on what's happening in the visuals.
Well, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London...
It's like the death is irreversible.
Yes.
The fact that she's trapped.
And if you think about that sentence, that's a weird sentence.
Is she trapped or something? Like seemed like she did well in the world, like to make it a better place.
I just
like a stable place.
Figure the death is irreversible. Of course it's irreversible. You can't reverse
it's one
death.
And done.
Yeah, you're done. And then the fact that you're trapped, you would just go to heaven, I would assume. You would just go to the other plane of existence. And unless you're maybe really evil, I don't know. But why is she trapped? And why did that just come on to millions of people around the world? So when you're telling me about your fire stick lady, I'm like, what's going on here?
I don't know. That's really crazy, man. I don't like to hear shit like that because, I mean, again, we don't know what's happened because it's so shrouded in secrecy, but I'd have to think she was a decent person, man.
Oh, I don't think she was a bad person. I'm just wondering.
So what do we got to be?
Was that a ghost? Was that an EV? They're claiming they don't know who that was, if it was an EVP. They're leaning towards being like an EVP, but they also said it could have been a co-host or somebody sitting close to them. But the thing is that was an odd statement. It's a very odd statement for someone to make on a live broadcast. It would be more like, what a beautiful woman. We have such a loss today, something like that.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah, I had to play that for you because when you're telling me these scary voices that are coming through, I'm like, that literally on your birthday, just watch this. And I was like, why? That's weird that you were talking about similar circumstance.
Maybe it's not as bad as we think. Like, if I added, it's a shame, death is irreversible.
But the fact that she's trapped?
And the trapped thing could be maybe she's such a motherly figure and her country is going towards is going through some shit right now with her death. She's there floating around, like not going to the light right now. They're going, come to the fucking light.
Okay.
Your husband's here and shit. Let's go. But I want to float around and make sure everybody's doing okay. Like,
okay.
But you might get trapped for a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
I love how
the fucking
optimistic
train's leaving.
You are. I went on the total opposite end. Like, that is horrifying. Like, there's something nefarious going on.
But I would think it was nefarious if she was a terrible person, but I don't think she was. And her nature was to always be nurturing for the country.
What if there was some sort of pact that she had to make and she's trapped? Like, you know how they say sometimes, he signed a deal with the devil. And that's why they're so famous. And you almost wonder, like, okay, there's been this weird hierarchy thing, oligarchy, whatever you want to call it, going on for years, and it's still going. Was there some sort of pact that had to be made? You wonder. So that was where my mind went. But You went positive. I'd like to think positive. I don't look at the queen and go, she's evil. She's an evil reptilian. She's rotting in hell, you know? But I definitely think that was odd.
No, that is pretty crazy.
Kind of like, Bob Ross is playing on you.
Yeah, they're always whispery, too.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you're going to know it's me. I mean, you're like, hurry up already. I'm fucking floating around.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe it comes through the barriers, and it's kind of like...
muffled?
Yes. Like you're talking through toilet paper rolls.
Oh, Daddy, this tastes like Grandma.
I went to my grandma's cupboard. I did two things once. I pulled out the chicken bouillon cubes and put it in my mouth. I thought it would be like flavorful, but it was terrible. I spit it out.
It was like just eating pure salt.
Yeah, it was awful. I thought it would be. I didn't know it. You know, you stick your finger in the light socket, you don't know. And then the cocoa powder that you put in baking stuff that's not sweetened. I remember taking a little scoopful of that and just coughing it and spitting it out everywhere. I thought it would be chocolate, but it wasn't. It was just for baking.
I'm trying to think
bouillon kind of creeps me out a bit now.
The only thing I ever did was for some reason, every time I would see my mom's cinnamon sticks, they looked like cigars. So I used to sit there with a lighter and puff and puff and puff and puff until those things would start smoking. And then I would sit there and smoke cinnamon sticks.
Wait, you fucking smoked cinnamon sticks?
Well, the best I could. It was basically like an incense, so it'd make you cough.
Did it do anything at all? Or
no, it just tasted good, like a clove, but cinnamon, and it had a nice smell to it when you burned it, actually. It was like an incense.
Not many clove cigarettes nowadays, are there?
No, I don't think you could even buy them. I think Obama made them illegal. He signed something that says we can't import them anymore.
Wow. I only had those a couple of times.
You might be able to find them at some of the bodegas, maybe.
They were unique.
They were. I liked them, actually, once in a while. They were kind of nice. I mean, not to sit and inhale so much as to take in your mouth. It was sweet around the filter.
Our friend told us if you ate enough cinnamon, you would hallucinate. Oh. And we tried to do that. We put it in water, and even though it didn't really soak up, but we tried to stir it and swig it, and it was just nasty. It never worked.
Total bullshit. Because they had the cinnamon challenge, remember, with all the kids that were doing cinnamon?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they weren't tripping.
This was an 80s thing. But then a couple of years later, we got real acid, so everything was good. I've named my fucking landlord. I put a nickname out on him.
Okay, let's hear it.
I call him the Shape now.
What?
You know that's what they call Michael Myers, the Shape?
No.
In the script they wrote, the Shape comes after her. You can't see him too well. I don't know why they call him the Shape, but basically I'm calling him Michael Myers because he appears everywhere. I fucking came home at like 11 o'clock last night. I was in the door at 11, and I fucking go in, you know, I'm twisting to shut the door. I got to turn a little bit. As soon as I shut the door, I look over and he's staring at me with the door open.
What the hell?
And he didn't say anything. I quickly thought like, oh my God, ask him about the Yankees. I stop on the steps, my back's to him. I go, how'd the Yankees do? And he goes, you don't want to know. And I go, Houston? And he goes, you don't want to know. And I just walked up the stairs. But like, if there was no baseball, like I almost wanted to go, what?
Right.
When he was staring at me, like, what?
If you're like a kid coming home late from a party or something.
I wasn't even late. It wasn't 2.
Landlords
and even if it
weird.
was fucking 2, we pay, we stay. Who are you? I can come and go as I please. You just take the money and shut up. But like, now it's fucking weird. He goes away after Christmas for like half a year, and I can't fucking wait for that. Weird, dude.
I was talking to Steph about this, and she said she rented an Airbnb in England with her brothers, and they told them, this used to be a rectory, and then we bought the row houses, or, you know, they were kind of like row house buildings, like brick buildings. There's no drinking allowed in here. And so later on, one of her brothers cracks a beer, and she says, we're not supposed to drink. And he goes, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear anything. Who are you to dictate? And then my mom was like, yeah, well, we were looking to rent. One of the landlords, when we lived in Solvay, the second house, they said that I wasn't allowed to have a boyfriend.
What?
They told her she wasn't allowed to have a man there or a boyfriend stay over or come visit or anything.
What the fuck does that matter? It's not like you're trashing the room.
I know, but they told her. And they lived below us, like yours. So they were monitoring everything, man.
I don't like it. Their door is right there once you come in. Sometimes they'll just leave it open. and you walk in and you're just looking in it, and it's like, why is this open?
Like, who does that? If you lived in an apartment building, you're walking through the hallway and people's doors are open. What is this, a dorm room? What's going on? I'd be like, close your fucking door. I don't want to smell your curry. Shut your shit. This isn't a house. These are apartments.
I totally fucking agree. It's fucking crazy, dude. What if I come home, there's a rave every month now that I hooked up with these people. I got on the list, and they do a free one. That's how I went to that one I taped. What if I want to go to that thing next month?
You better have a good line for them, like, how about the weather?
Yeah.
Heard we're going to get some snow soon.
Michael Myers? Yeah.
Hey there, Shape. How you doing?
He's fucking floating around like Michael Myers.
You should say that.
Call him Michael Myers.
I would say, what's up, the Shape?
Yeah.
And then he goes,
the what?
And you go, the ever-present Shape. How you doing? Why are you stalking me, bro?
Yeah. You know how, like, everywhere everybody turns, Michael Myers is standing in the background? That's what you do.
Like, oh my
fucking
God.
Weird.
I know it's creepy in the a little bit out in the country, but
yeah,
if you were in a suburban area, even you wouldn't have to answer to that shit.
I mean, shouldn't there be a separation?
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't they have in their head, oh, we got to give them our privacy. We don't want to make them feel uncomfortable.
For sure.
Because I really like this fucking apartment, dude, but now I'm not fucking enjoying them, you know?
How's the wife?
The wife is fucking cool, dude. She doesn't give a fuck. I remember we said, like, oh, can we come in and out late or whatever? And she was like, oh, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. You know, go ahead and do what you want. But, like, him, I fucking open up the door and he's standing there, like the Shape. And it startled me for a second, dude. I went, oh. Like, it startled me because the lights are off. You know how, like, in the background, Michael Myers you can barely see him, but he's there.
What if this dude's like a fucking serial killer and the whole time he's like Dahmer, he's been living downstairs? You'd have to write a book.
He can't be alone with her.
What do you mean?
It was my birthday, so I was in the computer room, like, calling everybody, like, for hours, like, calling everybody, thanking them, this and that. And the water turned brown, so he came up here. And then after he left, I made the calls. I go sit on the couch. I'm chilling with her, and she goes,
he came here, blah, blah, blah. And he kind of creeped me out a little bit.
I go, what do you mean? I forget what she said. I remember what he said, but I don't remember what she said. She said something. I forget. He asked her a question like,
are you a Pisces too?
Or something like that, you know, and she went, yeah. And then he went, oh. You know what I mean? Like that.
Okay.
And she just was like,
okay.
At Crayola, our crayons are made by dedicated workers.
Do you say crayons or crayons?
Crayons.
Yeah, it's crayons.
That's what I've always said.
No, we were watching some podcasts and some people were saying, no, I say it crayons. And I go, nobody fucking called it crayons.
And you say hammock too there, fucker.
Crayons. Remember the ones with the sharpener? What was the main brand of those crayons? Crayola, yeah. The ballin' one had the sharpener on the side.
I think I liked that one better too.
Yeah, man. That was the shit if you had. I never got the fucking 64 crayons.
Okay.
Did you ever get the 64?
No, my friends
dad would be like, 12 is enough.
Yeah.
That shit was like $10.
If you followed all the instructional material, you just set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it.
Dedicated to Ron Popeil.
Yeah, rest in peace, and thanks for all the good times when we were high and we were watching your fucking infomercials. Remember there was all these slicers at one point?
Slicers and dicers?
Slicers and dicers, the ones where like you hold it slanted and you and if you turn it a certain way, it makes fries.
Oh, yeah. That's bullshit. It didn't work like that at all.
No, it didn't. A lot of people are getting their fucking hands cut off, man. What are you doing? What are you doing, little fatty? Are you little fatty? Such a big little boy. Come here, everybody. Come here, everybody.
Commander Ashtar is love. Commander Ashtar has no limitations in time and space.
You know all these people that believe that Commander Ashtar is real are going to be pissed at this.
So what? Tell them to come fucking see us then, all right? Like, tell the Easter Bunny to come visit us too, idiots. What if fucking all of a sudden you heard, I'm like, who the fuck's here, Beck?
And
It's
I'd be
fucking
like, yeah,
3
well, no,
o'clock.
don't
I'm gonna
answer
go.
the door, man. Don't do it.
Yesterday, I take my scooter out to go hunt for fucking e-juice because nobody has e-juice anywhere. So I'm heading down the stairs, about to exit, and then I hear the door opens and the shape came out.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the shape came out.
Oh,
Dude, you know what's weird about it? Let's say you're in the living room watching TV and you hear people coming down your stairs. You got to get up, walk through the kitchen, blah, blah, blah. But it's almost like he's fucking waiting near the door. Like, I'm like, don't you sit down? Are you standing near the door all the time?
This is very disturbing that the shape is downstairs. Is it just you and them?
Yeah, they have the first 2 floors. The second floor is their bedroom and shit like that. I mean, it's not horrific, but it's just like, I just want to go stand in the corner of your house and leave me alone.
Someone just being ever omnipresent.
Yeah, he's not a complete asshole or anything, but still, at the same time, it's just, I don't want to run into you every time I come down the stairs for no reason. Fucking weird. You fucking standing there, you know? Oh, by the way, I asked Disaster what he said, or what she said to make him go, or, like that cat noise.
Is the heat on too much in the morning? Because I kept it off.
Or something like that. Disaster goes,
I'm hot-blooded, so I don't care that the heat was off.
and then he made that noise.
No wonder. Kind of scared. Yeah.
What can I say?
Well, Maniacs, there you have it. This concludes the writing sessions.